really likes Wildcat.
Days away from all we dream of and being in love.
On July 8th, Hershey Park announced that Wildcat will be closing forever, and in this Twitter post, they hinted at the future of Wildcat, which has many people excited about its future and what ride could be taking its place. But I wanted to take a step back today and look at the history of Wildcat, its significance for the coaster industry, the park, and myself. So Wildcat opened in 1996 and was pretty different from other wooden coasters at the time. A lot of the wooden coasters were made by Custom Coasters International, and although some of them had twister layouts, they were not anywhere near the amount of bank turns and twists that Wildcat featured. It was definitely ahead of its time and started a new era for wooden coasters. The only other time period that had coasters similar to Wildcat was in the 1920s when Harry Traver opened 3 different wooden coasters. One of the most notable to me is the Crystal Beach Cyclone. These wooden coasters featured lots of twists and turns and were ahead of their time. However, the engineering at that time left them very rough and unenjoyable. A lot of the G-forces were too high and left guests that rode them injured. So Wildcat really took this old idea and put new engineering into it to make a wooden coaster that was really ahead of its time. When it opened, Wildcat was actually praised for how smooth it was, but throughout the years, the track has obviously become rougher, as many of its riders have come to know. Many people forget the significance that this ride has, and since it was GCI's first coaster, it really opened the door for them for many of their future projects and led to the company we know now. They really pioneered wooden coaster technology and what wooden coasters can do. For the park, it was their 5th coaster, and it was named after their very first coaster that closed. The original Wildcat was more similar to Comet, and it closed before the Comet opened. The Comet was its replacement. And it also marked the beginning of the Midway America section of the park, which was to bring tribute to old rides and sort of be a fairground type section of the park that we see today. So we have Wildcat and Lightning Racer, 2 wooden coasters, as well as Laugh Track, which is a funhouse coaster paying tribute to the many fun houses that Hershey Park used to have, as well as the Ferris wheel. So this whole section is a tribute to rides of the past, even if they are modern versions of those rides. For myself, this ride was very important to me because I have probably ridden this more than any other ride. I even made a video about how much I like the ride, even though people hate on it all the time, and I even recreated the whole thing on my computer, like the most detailed recreation I've ever made. I went and took a bunch of pictures of it to make sure it was as detailed as possible, and I think it turned out great. Yeah, I just really enjoyed riding it all the time, and even though it is kind of bittersweet to see it go, I am excited. I'm sure the replacement will be worthy, and even if I like the replacement of Wildcat more, I'll still have the sentimental value of riding Wildcat throughout the years. All in all, though I'm sad to see the Wildcat go, I know there's a promising future, but I wanted to take a step back from all the speculation about what's next and look at what the ride meant in the past and its historical context. So that is it for today's video. What do you think of Wildcat closing? Are you excited for the future, or are you sort of like me and feel bittersweet about it, or are you devastated and are going to chain yourself to the Wildcat so they don't tear it down? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Sweet Seat channel for more Hershey Park and other amusement park related content. We will see you in our next video.